So now we're going to move to Thomson's argument. And the argument is actually, I found, pretty hard to follow. If you read the bottom of page 46, 26 to 427, I tend to think that Thomson's a pretty clear writer, but in this, the actual argument was hard to follow. This was my best take out of Reconstruction, so it's on the handout. It is permissible for a person A to let the trolley hit the 5 rather than person B in the case when it is just between you and the 5. That's the case we just talked about at the end of the last video. It's also based on the second principle. So it's permissible for you to do that. So if that's true, premise 2, if that's true, then it's wrong for person A, you, to cause another person B to sacrifice himself. In the original trolley case where it is between person B and 5 persons dying. And now that's my best take of how I can understand how Thomson's trying to argue that that in the original trolley case that it's wrong for you to pull the lever so that it kills 5. So that it only kills 1 rather than 5. And I think that what's behind premise 2 is just the idea that, look, if it's okay for you to make the decision whether it's you versus 5, it should. And if it's right for you to do that, then it should be permissible that another person gets to decide. So conclude by, I hope you all know modus ponens. It is wrong for person A to cause person B to sacrifice himself. In the original trolley case, when it is just between person B, the other person, and 5 persons dying. You are person A in this argument. Okay, now that's my take on the argument, as I say in the handout. And do you find this argument convincing? I'm a little skeptical of premise 2. And there's another question. Do you think there's a better way to interpret Thomson's argument? In the other articles, I'm a little more confident of how to interpret their arguments, but for this one, I was a little bit less sure. So I'd love to hear an email from y'all or any students to hear maybe of a better way to understand Thomson. Okay, so that's Thomson on the trolley, and I thought she makes some interesting points, but from here we're going to move on to Immanuel Kant.